Hello and welcome to another update video about EOS. EOS is one of the charts with a bit more potential than I think other coins. We always need to be careful, obviously, because this is sort of the first 1-2 setup that we see here on the chart, really, since the low. It always depends on your time frame. Had you gone into this 1-2 setup, you could have made nice profit. Had you gone into this 1-2 setup, you could have gone into nice profit. Now we have a 1-2 setup on a larger time frame. Condition for this 1-2 setup to hold is, for me, that the 78.6% fib level is holding at around $1.06. Yeah, so below that level, it is not invalidated, but it will just become less likely that it is still playing out. Two ways to play this, buying as close to support as possible, and setting a stop loss either below the 78.6% fib level or below the 88.7. Well, actually three ways to play it, or below the that low here at 82 cents, the beginning of the impulse. Make sure the further you set away your stop loss, that's how I do it. It's important to manage the position size then, because the further away you set your stop loss, the more risk you have. Therefore, it's important then to scale down with your position size. So in order to limit the risk of your entire portfolio. But I've, in recent months and over the last year, what I've realized, or especially here in this sort of bear market, you need to give, it's important to understand that the trades or the coins are moving much more volatile and also unpredictable. And therefore, sometimes it's better to give the trades a bit more space. So to set a stop loss a little bit further away, but then to manage your position size, have a bit of a lower, smaller position size, really. But it's playing out at the moment. Yeah, we talked about this being a wave 1 here already weeks ago, already in August. Then we talked about coming down in a wave 2 here. This is so far playing out very nicely. I'm pretty sure in a previous video we talked about target here, that we measured the length of the wave A, comparing it here against the high of the wave B. First target, I'm pretty sure, was 126. As you can see, that was broken, but the chart, so the 1-to-1 ratio, but the chart has space in this entire green box all the way down to the 78.6% fib level. Now we're hovering above the 1.236 extension, which is also a possible target at $1.12. The point is, and then the next target would be the 1.618 extension at 88 cents. So that is quite a strong retracement. That would be below the 88.7% fib level. Makes it quite unlikely that this is still going to be a wave 2, because the retracement is just too strong. But it's a valid length of wave C compared to wave A. That's what I mean with considering to give a trade a bit more space. But ideally, we are holding above that $1.06 level. I think we haven't seen the low yet. We might have a double bottom in place indeed, but ideally, and that's what we do, we look for ideal patterns. Ideally, I want to get a little bit more of a drop. I think in the last video we talked about I want to see one more dip below the previous low here. Hasn't happened yet, but we've come down to the same level. So I'm currently considering this the low, but I think it should go a bit lower. Looking at this wave C as the subwaves, we can say here wave 1, 2, then the wave 3 was, that's how I see it at the moment, down here. This was a wave 4, and then here the wave 5 down. This here is a long wave 3, so you had your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so I think one more low here. We're already in the wave 5, I think. And so far it's following nicely that plan, and I think we might, and that would be ideal, we might touch the 78.6% fib level. So I haven't entered any long position here yet for EOS. It is something I might do if we see one more dip, because then we can set a really tight stop loss. It's we're getting into a really interesting phase here. Now, can I promise you that this support is holding? Of course not. I can't look into the future, but these 1-2 setups, they are getting interesting. We have some coins that are in the process of doing them. If we are now on the 4-hour chart here, and you can see that we have a bullish divergence in place here. Yeah, we make higher lows on the RSI on the 4 hour, whilst we actually come down on the price chart. So it's a first indication that this move down could be over. We have a reduction in negative momentum on the 4 hour MACD. That's also a good indication that we sort of get to the end of this correction. The daily is still a bit uncertain. We had a bullish crossover here in place, but it's sort of just moving sideways. Also here the daily RSI, nothing major yet, but a little bit of a bullish divergence as well visible on here. So there are some signs that we are pushing higher here. Yeah, we just need to, I think we need to be a bit more patient to see that one more additional low. That's what I'm waiting for. But then everything could be, could be fine. Theoretically, that low could already be in. We have a double bottom in place, but what is currently coming up here is not impulsive yet. Therefore, I'm looking for the next correction down that should ideally make a new low, and ideally we hit the $1.06 level. Now, I can't promise you we get there, but that would be sort of what I'd be looking for as an ideal setup. Coming down to the 78.6, going long at the 78.6 with a tight stop loss somewhere below that. The whole point of this is, we're not trying to predict here necessarily the future. The whole point is to find trade setups with a high reward, low risk ratio. And this thing, if it really kicks off, then you can expect that we will, in the wave 3, reach here the 287 level, the 1.618 extension. So having a risk of a few cents maybe, yeah, but a possible profit of a 2x or more than a 2x, that is quite decent. So let's see if it works out. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then yeah, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.